So I've taken all the still photos of the exterior with an emphasis on whatever cosmetic blemishes I picked up on, panel alignment, problems with the glass, and anything else that should get your attention. So on this portion of the inspection, what I do is I do the video portion, doing the paint meter measurements. At the same time, it gives me the opportunity to bring up some points as I'm walking around the vehicle. So we'll start off with the front, or the fascia of the grill. So looking at here, the blemishes I did see, I mean, I would probably consider this car like maybe a 1-footer as far as being able to pick up on these blemishes. So from standing from here, which is about 3 feet away, you know, I see pure perfection. But as you dial in, you'll start picking up on some stuff. Starting with the front here, I noticed here just around the right headlight bezel area, you know, there's this here, right? And I took a picture of the left side just so you can get a comparison here. But everything's nice and secure. I've already tapped on it a couple times. Unfortunately, I've taken off my glasses now, so some of the small stuff that I photographed, I may not even see now. But I think there was a little scratch here, and then there's paints in the crack. Oh, right here. Right here. I don't know if the camera's picking up on it or not. And there's one on the opposite side, which I'll get to in a second. But yep, everything nice and tight and in order. This is a small chip right there. When you look at the still photos, you'll see a black arrow in there. That arrow measures, it's a 1 inch by 1 inch. So that way you have an idea of the size of the blemishes I'm pointing out. Here you can see the cracks again here. So there's a glare on my screen, so I can't see really what I'm shooting. So it's not till I get back to the desk when I review everything as well. Okay, pretty clean here. As you can see, the difference here versus the right side. Everything nice in order. Okay. Now looking at the panel gaps, they're less than perfect, right? Looking at the right side, you can see where it's wider than the left side. But that's just being hypercritical now. While I'm here, I always like to do like a side view, starting down or starting up, working my way down. And what we're checking for are any ripples, dings, or dents, right? So nothing obvious, but I know when I was on the backside, I saw maybe some light rippling, but I'll check again. Here at the left front wheel, we've got some Michelin's 205 7014s. Also make note of the DOT numbers. Looks like this one was manufactured in 2014. So even though the tread, it has good tread on there, but if this tire is over 10 years old, then you just replace it based on age alone. Also like to get a shot of the wheel well area. If anything, I try to get as many angles as possible. And what I'm just checking for to see if anything has gotten kicked up or damaged the wheel well, and this is an area that's prone to rust as well. So, right, moving on. The nameplates are on there nice and secure. Looking at the windshield, I've already taken a picture of the public VIN. The glass, I don't see any chips, scratches, or signs of delamination, or anything that's been obvious, right? So looks pretty clean. And here's another view of the hood. Let's see here. Did I get the readings? Paint meter readings. Let's get the fender. 10.5. This is an electromagnetic paint meter. It reads in the thousandths of an inch. So we're just checking for thickness. We're also checking for signs of Bondo work or body filler. When we get a reading of 19.7 specifically, that's an indication of body filler use. As far as how much, the only way we could figure that out is if we were to sand the paint down to bare metal, and we don't think that's necessary. So the door, 7.5, 8, 5, and 6.5 thousandths of an inch. So nice solid readings. Outside mirrors nice and firm. Sometimes they'll wiggle around a bit. I always like to check these roof rails. This is where you see a lot of lack of attention to detail, and looks pretty clean and not bad. Right, let's get this pillar. 8.5, 7, and 4.5. And here's another view of the top. The glass I also check for chips, scratches, and signs of delamination. Nothing again obvious. The belt line window scrapers look like they're in good shape. Same with the door handle. Okay. I also like to capture on video how the door opens and closes. I've already checked it already, and if it's got a nice solid close, it tells me a lot that one, there is attention to detail when they work on these cars. And let's go and do that now. So if the door does not drop, that's another thing I check for. And then we just want a nice solid close. Well, I need to put a little bit more effort. It's a heavy door. So that's, to me, is really nice. So well worth putting on the video. Just a little door chip right there. Looking at the left quarter panel. Let's get some more readings. 9.5, 10.5. So we're getting great readings. 6.5, 8.5, and 5.5, and one last one, 11.5. So great readings. All right. Let's do the other view from the backside. So here, when I'm playing with the angle a little bit, this minor dings right here look like maybe door dings, but they're really hard to pick up on. All right, so here, starting from the top, working our way down. Right. And there we go. Oh, let me get the left rear wheel. It's the Michelin as well, 205 7014s, manufacture date 2014. Don't see any signs of curb rash on the rings. The rims look like they're in good shape. And the important shot of the wheel well area. This is an area that's frequently forgotten. When I used to work for some of the nationwide inspection companies, when I first started out, they would never ask to have this done. All right. Looking at the rear window area, material looks good. Don't see any blistering. Sometimes, if not done properly, water gets underneath there, and you can pick up on some blistering. But I'm not seeing that. Window looks like it's in good shape. Luggage rack, nice and secure. Chrome is in good shape. Let's see here. Start here. 9, 8, 9. Really taking 3 readings is enough, but I take more than less. Okay, looking at the rear of the vehicle, bumper chrome looks good. I'll check for evenness when I'm back at the desk. I looked at the brake light lenses. Don't see any signs of cracks or aging, and got the dates on there. Let's give you a view of that. All right, let's do the right quarter panel, 8.5. 8.5. So far the readings are pretty impressive. 10, 8. Here's a view of the window here from the right side, and the roof line. Again, with some emphasis on the rails. We're just checking for quality of workmanship and attention to detail, which looks like it's there. Let's get the band 6, 4.5. Oh, our first signs of 6. Let's try that again. 19.7. So, and it looks like it's just a very small area here, because everything else I'm getting paint meter readings. So here, so whenever I pick up on Bondo work, I like to just run my hand here, just check for evenness. All right, looks good. Let's open up this. Did I do the right rear wheel? Well, I'll do it. Michelin's 205 7014s. I think it's 14 as well. Here's the wheel well. So you'll notice that I don't edit my my videos. So if I bumble or make a mistake, I leave it on there. You get this as raw as it comes. Okay. Also, just doing a view from the bottom, working our way up. All right. Window, I've looked at that already. It's in good shape. Okay. Oh, let's do the door. Okay, so same thing. Checking to see if it drops. Didn't see it. Okay. Opens nicely and close. That's not fair again. Let me do it again. There. That's a beautiful. You can hear the. That's just a solid close. I always like to check the bottom doors for some cars that they kick out a little bit, but I'm not seeing that here. Let's get the paint meter readings on the door. Excuse excuse me, 9, 6, 7, 8.5. Again, great ratings. Outside mirror is nicely secured. Glass looks like it's in good shape. Here, just a slight cosmetic blemish. Here's a view of the roofline from the right side. And looking at the windshield on this side, don't see any chips, cracks, or signs of delamination. I'll be checking the windshield wipers when I do the interior. And I always like to do capture the dash at this angle as well. And we're checking for cracks and any other imperfections. Okay, right fender, 11, 10, 8.5. Nameplate's on there securely. 10, 11, and 8. Right front wheel, Michelin's 205 7014s, the same manufacturer, 2014. There is some curve rash here on the ring. Rims look decent, and here's a shot of the wheel well. All right, and we'll just do one final view again from the back side before I move on. All right, so I just had Eric start the vehicle. I always like to capture these when they're stone cold to see, one, you can experience how it starts, the way I see it for the first time. So just seeing the exhaust, it's clear now, but on initial startup, maybe just a little bit of smoke came out, but it cleared up quickly, which is a good sign. I don't hear any misfiring while I'm back here. And then what we're gonna do is I'm gonna have, now that I have Eric here, we're gonna check the lights. Eric, can you step on the brakes? Good. Left turn signal? Left turn signal, yep, good. Right side? Good. And then headlights? Headlights? Beautiful. And then reverse, please. Reverse? Good. So all the lights are working. And, okay, you can put it in park. And then we're going to go to the front of the vehicle. We're going to check the low beams, high beams, and turn signals. Okay, low beam, good. High beam, good. Left and right turn signal, good. Good. And does it have a hazard? Good. So some smoke is coming back, but again, he just ran it yesterday for a very short period of time. We'll see how it clears up. So going to the engine bay area, let me just get a quick shot of the gauges here. That way we can keep an eye on them. All right. And then moving here to the engine bay area. I've already captured the all the stuff I've got still photos of. I got the data plate here. I've removed the cap for the brake fluid reservoir. Fluid looks good, proper level. I always take a look at the frame rail area, inner fenders. Nothing caught my attention. Check the power steering fluid. That was proper level. Belts look they're in good shape. Didn't see any signs of cracking. Make a point to look at the battery tray area. That's susceptible to rust and corrosion because of the acid leaking. Let's get a look at the crankcase here, and not showing any blow by or seeing any smoke. Another good sign. Engine sounds pretty solid. Don't hear any abnormal noises coming from the top end or the bottom end. Right. Hoses, nice and rubbery, or elasticity is nice. I checked the pulleys, make sure that they are no signs of wobbling. It's pretty solid. Here's the front area. Right. I captured the engine number that is down there. I won't go in right now because I might lose my arm. And I like to check the radiator when it's running to we're gonna check. So, all right. So it's got a kind of a green, this weird color going on there. So I'll ask Eric about that. I'm just, yeah, I'll ask him, but I don't see any bubbling. It looks like it's circulating pretty nice. I'll ask him what kind of fluid he uses. All right. Again, pulleys looking from this angle here, and steering wheel good shape. I don't see any signs of impact. AC unit and firewall. Okay. I checked the engine oil. That looks like it's in good shape. Didn't see any signs of cross contamination. And let's walk back here and see how we're doing on the exhaust. All right, so it's cleared up. I'm not seeing it now. And I'll check it again throughout the inspection. But what I'm gonna do from this point on is I'm gonna shut off the video, but I'm gonna let it run for about 10 or 15 minutes while I'm still checking other stuff. And what I like to do is just get that engine really warm and get the front suspension heat soaked, so that way when we go on the road test, if there's anything that's a little bit on the weak side, hopefully we can pick it up on that limited test drive. Alright, so I wanted to stay quiet here for a little bit because this is the first time we've had a decent straightaway where we can get up to speed. Here's the odometer reading, the speedometer. Right, so I drove the car earlier. I've already driven it like 2 or 3 miles. So the vehicle or engine accelerates well. There was no performance issues that I could pick up on. Transmission shifting, I did it manually and in drive. It shifted seamlessly. No hang-ups, no nothing, right? It was pretty smooth. I drove with hands-free on a straightaway. Stayed straight as Eric's doing right now. You can see it's staying straight, and also stepped on the brakes hands-free as well, and it maintained a straight direction, so it didn't pull to the left or to the right. Let's see here. I have verified the operation of the horn. The windshield wipers work. The washer jets did not, which typically they don't. So I don't expect them to. I've already showed you that we looked at the speedometer, odometer, fuel gauge, and the voltmeter is working. Even the cigarette lighter worked, which I was surprised. Air conditioning, I verified that it does blow cold, but we're still checking the heater. Yeah, I think we're starting to get something now, but it's been running for about 15-20 minutes. So if you being from the East Coast, I know the heater operations are being important for you. I don't know if that'll be sufficient, so that might need some attention. Let's see here. The radio does not work. Center console in good shape, and I took pictures of the glove box. All the lights at work verified that. The rear view mirror, nice and firm. Sometimes they get a little sloppy. Driver's side sun visor decent. Passenger side is sagging just a little bit, but again, we're just being hypercritical, and then just some light little blemishes there. Making this U-turn, didn't hear any suspension noises, any clunk, so that was great. It was great that we did that while I was doing the videotape or videoing. And again, with the acceleration, I know I'm talking, but I'm not hearing any ping or performance issues. I'm gonna go ahead and just shut the video off now, but we're gonna continue to drive a little bit longer. If there anything changes, I'll update.